Welcome to the Bass Pro Shops Cup Series, round 9 here from Lucas Oil Raceway. Starting on the pole today will be Timmy Pacioli, and alongside him is Josh Gwynn. Now here's the rest of your lineup. Christian James, David Scott, Courtney Simpson, Sean Galligan, Brendan Amon, Dylan Schwallenberg. Welcome to the Bass Pro Shops Cup Series, race 9 at Lucas Oil Raceway. Starting on the pole today will be Timmy Pacioli, and alongside him is Josh Gwynn. Now here's the rest of your lineup. Christian James, David Scott, Courtney Simpson, Sean Galligan, Brendan Amon, Dylan Schwallenberg, Courtney Barlow, Mary Baker, Chris McLean, Garrett Jones, Chris Summers, Steve Dillon, Colin Wills, CJ Lorca, Colin Cropley, Bridget Fairley, Tom Wayne, Ziggy Bain, Greg Jones, Christian Baker, Jordan Spencer, Josh Courier, John Andretti, Josh Mabe, Gino Harvey, Christian Brannon, Ralph Green, Tim Baker, Hunter Stone, Alex Filter, Kurt Kozlowski, Matt Lube, Phil Jones, Michael Harvey, Bryce Harvey, John Dillon, Matthew Lube, Greg Brown, Thomas Shane, and Dougie Shears. And back to the front, where Timmy Pacioli will lead them down to the green flag. And they're about to get fired up and roll off. And there they go. They're firing up. Okay, there we go. Timmy Pacioli will lead them down to the green flag at this 1 mile racetrack. And that inside line got bunched up there, and now the outside line is getting bunched up for the start, so Pacioli might have an advantage. No, they caught back up. And here we go, up off of turn number 4, and green flag is in the air. Timmy Pacioli will lead them down. Down into turn 1, they're already 3 wide behind. I believe that was for maybe 5th, and oh, we got a crash. Courtney Simpson's into the wall. The race back to the line looks like it'll go to Pacioli. The entire front 3 cars are scraping the wall, but let's get back to the replay here. Here's the replay of the crash on lap 1. Courtney Simpson slides up the racetrack. David Scott hits the wall. Courtney Simpson's about to hit the wall, but David Scott stops her, but ends up putting her in the wall. Courtney Barlow's there, Sean Galligan, Schwallenberg, Cropley's going to get through it, Mary Baker gets through it. Looks like everybody else is going to be okay. Thought I saw Phil Jones with a little bit of damage. And, oh yeah, I think they stacked up behind a little bit too. Nope. I don't think so. But you can check. Phil Jones. We saw him off pace, and oh, Ralph Green. Ralph Green got turned right in front of them, and it was just a stack up from there. Hunter Stone went around. But let's go back to the restart. The lights are about to go out on the pace car, which means we'll be about 1 lap away from the restart. So here are your top 10 for the restart. Timmy Pacioli will restart on point, then Christian James, Josh Gwynn, Brendan Amon, Chris McLean, Steve Dillon. Oh, Chris McLean actually is your top 5. 6th is Steve Dillon, then Colin Wills, Sean Galligan, Colin Cropley, and Mary Baker, your top 10. Galligan was actually involved in that crash, so he's lucky he's still in the race because he has quite a bit of damage. I'm not sure if he has too much, because Josh Gwynn, has a little bit of damage on the left side of him. And yeah, it doesn't look like Galligan has much. Okay, back to the front, where Timmy Pacioli will lead them down to the green flag. He has not won yet this year. He did win last year, though, at Atlanta. And here we go. Green flag is about to come back in the air. There it is. Green flag back in the air. Pacioli will lead them down, but here comes Christian James to the inside. Christian James has already won 2 races this year. He'd win a third of the races if he could win the race today. And oh, I hear cars in the wall behind. Huge wreck. Galligan's there. Colin Wills is in there. Gwynn's in the wall. James is in the wall. Everybody's scraping the wall here up off turn number 4. Christian James leads that lap. But let's get a look at the replay of that crash. Yep, the pace car is out. Okay, let's get a look at a replay. Here's a replay of what happened to Sean Galligan and pretty much the entire field behind him to bring out the caution. He was running 8th at the time. That's where he restarted, and that's where he was running as he crashed. Mary Baker and Galligan pretty much got turned at the exact same time. Baker got turned a little bit quicker. But yeah, everybody just stacking up. Jordan Spencer stacks in. Last week's winner is Jordan Spencer. Then Summers is in this as well in the 48. Just a big mess of cars. And there's Summers, and there's Greg Jones. I'm not sure what happened to him. Oh, Courtney Barlow looks like she got a piece of this. Oh, nope. Josh Courier did, though. But, yeah, let's get back to the restart. The lights are out on the pace car, and we have about a lap until the restart. Christian James will restart on point. Then Timmy Pacioli, Brendan Nauman, Steve Dillon, Josh Gwynn, your top 5. Then Chris McLean, Tom Wayne, Gino Harvey, CJ Lorca, Ziggy Bain, your top 10. Then John Dillon and Matthew Bullock are your top 12. Because those are the only cars that are on the lead lap, I think. Nope, never mind. Everybody else is just kind of catching up. I think they probably took pit stops. We still have 39 cars left in this field, even though we've had a lot of crashes. None of them have been too bad. That is why we still have enough people. We've already had 2 crashes. We've only had about 2 laps of actual racing. And here we go. Christian James leads him down. Green flag in the air. Christian James leads them down, and Amon's going to go to the inside of Pacioli immediately. And looks like he'll complete the pass, unless they get loose and Amon's in the wall. There they go. Pacioli turns Amon. He saves it, and we stay green, I hope. No, there is a caution. And Christian James is going to ride it out on the wall, and the caution's out, so let's get a look at the replay. Welcome to the Bass Pro Shots Cup Series, Race 9, here from Lucas Oil Raceway. Starting on the pole today is Timmy Pacioli, and then Courtney Barlow. Then we got, this is kind of messed up here. So, here we go. Bridget Fairley, Tom Wayne, David Scott, Josh Courier, Chris McLean, Steve Dillon, Christian Brandon, Courtney Simpson, Gino Harvey, Brendan Nauman, Chris Summers, Ralph Green, Sean Galligan, Christian Baker, Josh May, Mary Baker, CJ Lorca, Colin Wills, John Andretti, Dougie Shears, Dylan Schwallenberg, Greg Brown, Josh Gwynn, Garrett Jones, Christian James, Kurt Kozlowski, Colin Cropley, John Dillon, Matthew Bullock, Jordan Spencer, Greg Jones, Matthew Lube, sorry, I'm messing up these names, seems like, Bryce Harvey, Phil Jones, Tim Baker, Hunter Stone, Thomas Shane, Ziggy Bain, Michael Harvey, and Alex Filter. So, as the cars will start to roll off here at Lucas Oil Raceway, so it'll look Lucas Oil 300 because of the name of the track, we have decided that will be the name of the race as well. Lucas Oil has signed on for this race. Alright, leading him down is going to be Timmy Pacioli. When we went through the lineup, it was scoring Courtney Barlow as your pole sitter, but it was just the way she was lined up ahead of Pacioli. But Pacioli is your pole sitter today, so just to clear that up. But here we go. Green flag's in the air. Pacioli leads them into turn 1, but Courtney Barlow's not going to give up on this quietly, and I guess she'll have to, though. Cars are in the wall, and Chris Summers is done for the day. Summers has already had an issue. I'm not sure if he wrecked or if he just pulled off to the side immediately because he had a car issue, but everybody's into the wall, but Pacioli will lead lap 1, but let's take a look at a replay of what happened. Here's what happened to bring up the caution. So right here, Mary Baker in the 12 just came down, and Harvey hit the wall ahead of him, and it just caused a chain reaction, turning Mary Baker around, and Cropley and Bullock both crashed. And I believe I saw more trouble once they got to the front stretch. Oh yeah, what happened to Chris Summers? I think something broke on that car when the car broke. Watch this. Everybody fires up. And watch the second they try to roll off, his car stalls, rolls backwards. That is not good for Summers. But, yep, there he is in the pits. He might be able to get back out onto the racetrack. Hopefully he can. But, yep. Let's get back to the restart. The lights are out on the pace car, which means we have about a lap to the restart. Here we go. This is how they will line up for the restart. Your top 10. Timmy Pacioli, Tom Wayne, Chris McLean, Courtney Simpson, Sean Galligan, your top 5. And Christian Brandon, CJ Lorca, Josh Gwynn, Steve Dillon, Ralph Green, your top 10. I think I said top 10 after Galligan. I meant top 5. Alright, so Pacioli will lead them down again. We will restart on lap 6. So, yeah, Pacioli led the beginning lap of this race, and he hopes to lead the rest from here. So, up off of turn number 4, a few cars racing back to the line got a little bit loose, hit the wall, but that's why the skid marks are there. Alright. Here we go. Green flag is back in the air. Timmy Pacioli leads them down into turn number 1. And it looks like, I'm seeing all these cars breaking away. I think somebody may have had an issue. No, they just kind of got a bad restart. And everybody oh no! CJ Lorca, Courtney Simpson, bunch of cars. Christian Brandon. And Pacioli wins the race back to the line, and let's get a replay of what just happened. This pretty much just happened from the restart. So Courtney Simpson led them down and pretty much went bad immediately. Tried to drive to the inside of Chris McLean and just went around. Josh Gwynn got into CJ Lorca. Lorca took a big hit into Courtney Simpson. Hunter Stone T-bones her, and then John Andretti hits her head on. And everybody from there, I believe, is okay. Oh, geez, that was a big hit. Front ends of both those cars are destroyed. Oh, that is a huge hit. Right there, 91 miles an hour as Bridget Fairley hit Courtney Simpson. What a very, very hard hit. I hope they are okay, but we'll keep you updated on that, but let's get back to the restart. The lights are out on the pace car, and an update on Courtney Simpson and Bridget Fairley. They have both been checked and released from the infield care center, and they are okay. So that is very good news. Alright, but here is how they will restart. Timmy Pacioli will restart on point, then Tom Wayne, Chris McLean, Sean Galligan, and Steve Dillon, your top 5, and Christian Brandon, Josh Gwynn, Matthew Lube, Ralph Green, Kurt Kozlowski, your top 10. Garrett Jones, Bryce Harvey, Tim Baker, Michael Harvey, and Christian Baker round out your top 15. Pacioli will lead them down for the 3rd time today as we'll restart here on lap 11 of 25. We'll be nearing halfway once we get across to the restart. We have not gotten a lap of green flag racing in yet, so hopefully that will change. The track has more grip than any of the other tracks have this year, but that's not exactly changing the cautions amount. Seems to be about the same, but here we go. Green flag's in the air, and Pacioli leads them down into turn number 1. And off turn 2, everybody's going to be hitting the wall, and hopefully nobody wrecked. And, oh, Galligan went way to the bottom of the racetrack. He must have hit somebody and shot off the wall. Please tell me we don't have a caution. Please, no. And we do. So, winning the race back to the line. Oh, there was a wreck after the line. Cropley was in it, looks like. But winning the race back to the line, I believe, is going to be Pacioli. Yep, Pacioli wins the race back to the line, but let's get a replay. There were a few parts to this crash. So, first one, Mary Baker and Josh Mabe into the wall. Then Amon hits Mabe, and it turns Phil Jones. Phil Jones goes around. Then, we saw, I believe, 2 more crashes. I think, maybe it was just one. Alright, we do know for a fact that Gino Harvey has crashed. We saw him in the pits. And yeah, there was a crash. And he pretty much came to a complete stop the second he made contact. Wow, that's a pretty bad hit. But, I see what happened here. Michael Harvey got ran over. And, yep. Yeah, he got ran over. Looks like, no. Oh, man. He just got turned. And, he almost went upside down about 2 or 3 times there. And then Harvey, Spencer, and, yeah, that's pretty much it there. So, let's get back to the restart. Here we go, we're about a lap away from the restart. Restarting on point will be Timmy Pacioli, then Tom Wayne, Sean Galligan, Christian Brannon, and Chris McLean, your top 5. And Steve Dillon, Josh Gwynn, Matthew Lube, Kurt Kozlowski, and Ralph Green, your top 10. And Garrett Jones, Christian Baker, Bryce Harvey, Tim Baker, Courtney Barley, your top 15. Thomas Shane, Greg Brown, Ziggy Bain, Mary Baker, Josh Mabe, your top 20. Dougie Shears, Brendan Allman, Alex Filter, Matthew Bullock, and CJ Lorca, your top 25. Alright, we gave you your entire top 25, so pretty much got most of the field covered that are still in the race. Right now there are 29 cars on the lead lap, so we just needed 4 more and we would have taken the whole field. Alright, we will restart lap 16 of 25. And here we go, the green flag is back in the air right about now. Timmy Pacioli leads them back down to the green flag with Tom Wayne in second. Tom Wayne can get to Pacioli. He's not gonna, Pacioli's just not gonna pull over for him. And I believe Sean Galligan may have went around. No, he saved it. And Pacioli's into the wall. Oh, we got a wreck. The leader's around. Tom Wayne is around. Galligan's in there. That is crazy. The battle for the lead has gone bad. And I believe, yes, the caution will come out. And Josh Gwynn actually won the race back to the line, but let's get a replay. There was actually a few crashes that happened here. Mary Baker was sliding up the track. Ziggy Bain had nowhere to go. Mary Baker got turned hard into the wall. And then CJ Lorca ran over Bain. But back to the race up front for the lead. Yep, Tom Wayne just crowded Pacioli up. And yep, there they went. And then, yeah, look at Josh Gwynn. He just flew around them and won the race back to the line. So that could be the winning moment for this race because we'll probably restart with just a few laps to go. So let's get back to the restart. The lights are out on the pace car, which means we are a lap away from the restart. Here we go. Josh Gwynn will restart on point. Timmy Pacioli, Christian Brannon, Steve Dillon, and Kurt Kozlowski, your top 5. Matthew Lube, Ralph Green, Bryce Harvey, Greg Brown, Thomas Shane, your top 10. Matthew Bullock, Phil Jones, Chris McLean, Jordan Spencer, and Tim Baker, your top 15. Then Josh Mabe, Dougie Shears, Garrett Jones, Colin Wales, Courtney Barlow, your top 20. Christian Baker, Brendan Allman, Alex Filter, Ziggy Bain, and Mary Baker, your top 25. Actually, Lorca was scored ahead of Mary Baker the last time around. So I'm not sure who's going to be restarting on in 25th. But back to the front, Josh Gwynn will lead them down. We'll be on lap 21 and 25, so it'll be 5 laps to go unless we get a caution, which I would not be at all surprised if we did because this race has been a wreckfest. So here we go. Back down to the green flag. Pacioli got a great restart. He's going to be pulling in on Josh Gwynn into turn 1. This could be the white flag if the caution comes out. So race every single lap here like it's the last one. And everybody's into the wall off turn number 2. And I wouldn't at all be surprised if we had a wreck there. The pace car is out, so this is going to be for the win, it looks like. And if that ends the race, which it probably will, Josh Gwynn would win his second ever race, lap 22 of 25. So I have a feeling we'll probably end the race under caution. So let's see. Oh no! Josh Gwynn, does he have an issue? He pulled off the track and now he's coming back up onto the line, so he might be okay. But let's get a replay of what happened to bring out the caution. Here's a replay of what has brought out the caution that will more than likely end the race. Matthew Lube just slid up the track into Kurt Kozlowski, pinched Kurt Kozlowski into the wall right in front of the whole pack, and watch this. Everybody just starts piling in. Oh wow, Dougie Shears went upside down. Garrett Jones ran over the top of, I believe that might have been Courtney Barlow. Then Thomas Shane was in this, Matthew Bullock, and Alex Filter is up off the ground with Ziggy Bain. Tim Baker's in this, Colin Wales is in this. A bunch of cars wrecked in this right here. But it looks like back to the line, the race back to the line was Gwynn winning the race. As long as this ends the race, Josh Gwynn will win. But right here, this could be some controversy. I don't know what he was doing there, but it was after they crossed the line, and he maintained the speed. So I don't think he should get a penalty. He was a little bit fast, so I'm not sure what that's exactly going to turn out to be, or if the race is even going to end under caution. So yeah, a few cars racing back to the line that were okay from that crash. Race back to the line here. But let's see if this ends up closing up this race. The lights are still on the pace car, and it is the white flag lap. So Josh Gwynn is going to win his second ever race as long as he maintains the speed of the pace laps here. And we'll go over your top 10. Josh Gwynn will win the race. Then Steve Dillon, Timmy Pacioli, Christian Brandon, Ralph Green, your top 5. Then Bryce Harvey, Jordan Spencer, last week's winner. Then Josh May, Greg Brown, CJ Lorca, Phil Jones, Christian Baker, Mary Baker, Matthew Lube, Brendan Aumann, and Kurt Kozlowski will be your top 15. But back to the front, it's going to be all Josh Gwynn as he leads the field off of turn number 4. It'll be his second win this season and his second win of his career. He's been a points contender for the first 8 races, and he's going to remain that after 9 races. And across the line, here we go. Josh Gwynn has won his first ever race in the Bass Pro Shops Cup Series. Now let's get your results. Here are your results for the Lucas Oil 300. The winner of the race is Josh Gwynn, then Steve Dillon, Timmy Pacioli, Christian Brandon, and Ralph Green. That is your top 5. So 3 of those guys are kind of surprising. They have had good runs, but they just haven't been able to show it in their results. Then Bryce Harvey, Jordan Spencer, Josh Mabe, Greg Brown, CJ Lorca, your top 10. And now just look through the rest of your results. Notables are, one of them is Sean Galligan. He had a very good car today, but he wasn't able to get the finish he needed. David Scott, Gino Harvey, Michael Harvey, Colin Cropley, Greg Jones, Hunter Stone, and John Andretti rounded out your top 35. Schwallenberg finished last. I believe that's the first time that's ever happened to him in this series. And Christian James was 39th. And for some reason, there is one driver that is not scored finished in this race. We only have 41. So, that's a little interesting here. So, let's look at all the entries to make sure I did not mess this up. Of what I am understanding, everybody that enters every single race was in this. Yeah, I'm not sure what this is all about here. We'll try to get a look at that, because whoever did not enter this race, I'm not sure who it was. Our results cut out at 41. So, we will find out who that was, and we'll see what we can do with that. Congratulations to Josh Gwynn on his second win in the Bass Pro Shops Cup Series. This is his second of hopefully many in his career. As Josh goes and takes the flag, it'll be his second one this season. And congratulations to him. It was a well-deserved victory.